Now, I want to turn to ME or chronic fatigue now. There is no single diagnostic test for it, but new research using data from the UK Biobank suggests that you can see the differences between the blood of healthy people and those with chronic fatigue. Now, this has raised hopes that one day in the future, a blood test might be able to help with diagnosis and make life a bit easier for patients. So, Monica, how is ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, currently diagnosed? Is it on the basis of the symptoms that people have?
It's a difficult diagnosis to make. Many people would have heard the word ME, myalgic encephalomyelitis. Chronic fatigue syndrome is another way it's described. People, when they have symptoms of tiredness or pain or loss in energy, may go to see their doctor and try and get a diagnosis. At the moment, it's quite difficult to do. It's more of a process of elimination. You start investigating people for all different things, maybe it's chronic rheumatism or it's diabetes or thyroid problems. So you'll go through a series of tests, and if you can't find an answer, sometimes the label of chronic fatigue syndrome is given to individuals. So it's quite a difficult thing to do because it's by symptoms, not by a blood test at the moment.
So what were researchers looking for in this data from the UK Biobank?
So when we say the UK Biobank, what we mean is that they were looking at blood samples from about 1,455 patients who had a label given to them of ME. And they compared that with 131,000 blood samples of healthy people. And what they saw was that there was a difference. They saw that in those individuals that had the diagnosis given to them of ME, they found that they could see elements of what we would consider chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, liver dysfunction. So what that means is that they're finding something in the blood that was different than the healthy adults.
And how significant would you say this is scientifically?
Well, I think everybody knows that in science we have to start somewhere. And we may not have the answer yet. We may not know what blood test will work. We may not know if we will get a full diagnosis with a blood test or not. But by getting this early data, it means that we have something to build on in the future. We have a way of looking at blood in more detail and really starting that journey of, is there a blood test that will help people diagnose ME in the future? So great starting point, more work to be done.
And I'm guessing this research will be of particular interest to people with ME or CFS.
I'm sure it will be, because I think, unfortunately, for many, many years, there's some people who believed in the diagnosis of ME and some people who haven't believed. But now this gives them hope that in the future there may be a test that the doctors can use really to diagnose ME.
Now, I see that some scientists have noted that we need to be cautious about overclaiming with what these results have found. Why is that?
Well, what the researchers have found is that there's something in the blood samples that may, just may, indicate that somebody might have ME. The problem is that we don't know definitely if those biomarkers are attributed to ME itself. It may be because of some other problem they've got, another physical health problem that the patient may have. So it's a very, very good start. These blood tests may be an indication that somebody has ME. We may be able to use them in the future, but it's probably early days yet to say they definitely can make a diagnosis of ME.
Thank you very much for that, Monica. That's Professor Monica Lakhanpaul, who is my guest today.